everyone. Welcome to Tea with Trish. Today I have the pleasure of interviewing my friend M. Taylor.
Thank you for having me, Miss Trish.
Thank you for
No
coming.
doubt, man. We'd rather be nowhere else, man.
Yeah, I know we tried one time before and we just couldn't make it happen. So
Man,
I'm glad that you're here today.
schedules, man. You know
I
what?
know.
Blessings to having a little bit of motion, man. I'm thankful, man.
Yeah, for sure. Busy is better,
Absolutely,
right?
for sure, man.
Speaking of busy, how busy are you lately?
I'm just thankful, man. Every day I wake up, I got some emails to attend, some exclusive. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm just thankful just to even wake up each day and people to consider me, man. That's enough for me. So,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
doubt.
Blessings, right?
Absolutely.
That's amazing. I'm sure you deserve blessings on blessings.
We working, man.
Okay, so let's get to it. So I just want to kind of get to know you a little bit. I know you obviously you're a rapper and a singer and all of those things. People know you as such. But what about you? I know I know a little bit about it. I had to do a little bit of research. But I know that you were born in Detroit, yes?
Absolutely.
Okay, so tell me, how was that growing up in Detroit?
I mean, home is where the heart is, man. Home is home. You don't really get to pick where home is. You know what I'm saying? And growing up in Detroit, we get to experience 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, fall. So you get to meet 4 different types of hustlers. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's might shine in each season. Somebody that might shine in 1 season. Somebody might shine in 3 seasons. Somebody might not shine in the winter season because it's too cold for them. But it's still a place where you got to survive, where you got to put the work in to survive. I mean, that's why I enjoy California, because we don't have snow out here really. And it's just a whole different mind state in the wintertime than it is below zero at the crib. So.
Yeah, so that's how winter is in
Absolutely.
Detroit.
It's tough out there, man. Some winters are worse than others. Sometimes you might get 2-3 feet of snow. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Some winters you might not really get snow, and you might have a bad spring after that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just fluctuate, but wintertime is cold. I don't like the cold weather.
Yeah, much different than this California 100 and something going on as we
Absolutely.
speak, right?
I mean, but California ain't as hot as some places I've been. Like, I've been in Dubai. That's probably the
Oh, hello,
Dubai and Bahrain. Those probably the hottest places I've been for sure.
Wow, so you're a little bit of a traveler.
Absolutely. Well, I was in the military, so by way of the military is how I was able to go to a couple.
Thank
of
you
those
for your
spots.
service.
No doubt. Appreciate that.
Amazing.
No doubt.
Love it. How did I not know that?
It's all good because I don't really promote that a lot. It's just something that you'll get like tea with Trish. You know what I'm saying? We
That's
sit down
right. Tea with Trish. That was some tea.
and
Do a
give
lot
you-
of people
and
know
give you
that?
a bar. Yeah, I mean, people that know me, they know I was in the service for sure.
Yeah.
That's my reason of being on the West Coast. After my last duty station was in San Diego, my homies and I was all putting our money together, booking artists to come out and open up at the local nightclubs, and I would open up for the artists, and I would notice there wouldn't be no real industry down in San Diego.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what? I want to go to LA, see what it's like. Really,
Yeah.
really chase my dream, because I was getting a lot of great feedback from the locals out in San Diego, and the military community was heavily supporting me. And I believed in myself. I came up to LA and never left.
And here you are.
No doubt.
So good. So, okay, so let's talk a little bit more about Detroit, right? Let's go back really quickly. So,
Okay.
you say it's freezing,
Mhm.
right? But that's where it began. Yes?
Mhm.
And so I read somewhere that you were in church a lot.
Absolutely.
And that is where your passion for singing began.
For sure. Well, my passion for singing began just growing up, watching my mom, watching my grandmom. I had some tremendous voices in my family that were friends with Aretha Franklin's and, just a lot of the Motown and Hitsville personnel. Because, again, I'm from Detroit. My high school is on the same block as Hitsville, USA, where a lot of the Temptations classics, Berry Gordy, Smokey Robinson, a lot of these monumental moments came from, you know what I'm saying? So there were a lot of my peers of my family, and so it was in your blood.
Yeah.
It was
So you were
in the
destined
atmosphere.
to be a legend.
Absolutely.
Yes?
Well, I mean, I was destined to be around it. I mean, it's not everybody doesn't gravitate to the hard work. That's the part that I thank God that I was
Yeah.
able to really grasp out the military.
Yeah.
To see you don't have to do it, but if we kick you out, then you got this blemish on you where you are going to be, it's going to take you a lot more work to be a little successful than if you just give it the program, knock these things out, and
Right.
level up and rank. And so I just
Right.
apply that to my life, and it's just been helping me in so many ways.
Yeah, discipline
Absolutely.
in
for
everything
sure.
we do
Hmm.
is definitely helpful
Gotta have some discipline, man. Straight up, man.
for sure.
Hmm.
Saw somewhere I think you said if you don't, what is it? If you don't grind, you won't shine.
Absolutely, man.
Right.
I'm a firm believer of that, man. If you don't work, you don't eat. You don't grind, you don't shine.
Mhm.
Straight up. How
Yeah,
can I wake
unless
up
you were
and
born
expect
into
to
it.
have this steak on the table
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't put in steak work or bring steak money? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Or
Mhm.
bring in steak leverage or steak respect
Mm-hmm.
to get that from the
Mhm.
people that I know who can provide that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely
So you
agree
just
with
got to
that.
be really considerate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, okay, so tell me, I know like we were talking about where your passion for singing like, began, right?
Absolutely, the church.
And we
man.
talked about church.
Hmm.
So,
My grandma was a pastor, so
oh,
you didn't really
okay.
get to pick if you wanted to go to church or not. Sunday come around, you getting your ass up extra early.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat good, but you're not gonna be in church all day. You might be in there 12 hours. You might leave.
What?
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, by my grandma being my bad, by my grandma
Okay.
being a pastor, she would leave her church and go to another church where she was highly received amongst
Wow.
the
So it was an
community.
all day thing
Yeah,
on
and
Sunday for
they
you.
they different people bringing and making beautiful dishes and all of that stuff. So we had all of the food and all that stuff. We didn't have a reason to leave, and we just knew like, we going with Granny this Sunday. Oh yeah, we in church. Straight
So,
up.
did your grandmother sing?
My whole family, all the women in my family sang, even if they didn't sound the best. They still, they
Okay.
sang. You
So
know,
not professionally. They just sang
yeah, no,
around.
they just sang just because it was in their blood. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Straight
Yeah. Okay. And so what about your mother? Tell me a little bit about your mom.
up. Beautiful spirit. My mother's birthday, like the Temptation record. It was the 3rd of September.
Okay.
That's my mom's
Uh-huh,
birthday. So that record
uh-huh.
always kind of like resonated with me, but that's the day that they father had passed away, but that was my mother's birthday. So I still kind of like that record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My mom, she loved to sing. She was a beautiful soul, beautiful spirit. She was the oldest child of several siblings,
Mm-hmm.
very well respected, and she was kind of like this staple in the matriarch amongst my family. I noticed when she passed away, a lot of relationships dissolved that people would normally rekindle if my mom was there, because she wouldn't let certain things go by the wayside.
Yeah.
But
We all have that one, right? We all
Exactly.
have that person in our families that kind of keep everything together.
and that's what she was, man. And so so I just tried to take that with me and instill that in certain family members that I really rock with. Because again, no matter what you say, everybody is not going to be the same. Not everybody has what it takes to be that leader. And even if they do have what it takes, not everybody is willing to put that work or carry that burden to be a leader. Because
Yeah.
it's a lot of work. It's
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
a lot
of
of responsibility.
a lot of responsibility, a lot of man hours where you got to focus on other people outside yourself. So I mean,
Yeah.
I was naturally raised a leader. My father always kept it real with me. My mother always kept it real with me, and by me just watching them lead by actions, I was able to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of trying to ask and get a lot of answers. I got my answers from being a visual and an auditorio learner, straight up.
And you have siblings?
Yes, I do.
How many?
Several.
Several.
Man, we
What
be
does
here.
several mean?
We be here all night. No, but I got siblings from. I got siblings from my father's side of the family. I got
Okay.
siblings from my mother's side of the family. I got siblings from male counterparts in my life that I looked at as father figures,
Okay.
and so it's just it's like a lasagna in my life. It's layered, but
Uh-huh.
we're one pie. You got to take us
Yeah.
all together. We family. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No
totally
matter which
understand.
tier anybody is on. So yeah, I got siblings though.
So you got a lot of siblings,
Yeah,
several.
because I got cousins that I grew up with that are more like brothers and sisters than cousins. Cousins
Yeah.
to me is a title where you're related and you may not see each other as much. You know what I'm saying? It's maybe every now and again type deal. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Yeah, for sure.
and I notice in a lot of minority households, the cousins are normally like brothers and sisters. We grow up
Oh yeah.
close knit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You request to go over their houses because the parents and the parental guidance is going to be the same or equally yoked, or not less, or at least a certain standard in which your parents is going to tolerate. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
That's what I mean by
Okay.
siblings and stuff like that.
So, children, do you
Yes,
have?
I do. I have a few kids.
Okay. So not several.
No, I got a 5-piece that I absolutely love. But again, I have several because some of they some of my kids have siblings, and some of their parents aren't there and aren't present. So
Got it.
yeah,
Yeah.
my kids aren't the type of kids where I can come and do something for them and not for their siblings, and not
Yeah.
necessarily have to be
Yeah.
the same level. But I see all of the videos and stuff. Oh, he only brought something to eat for his kids.
Oh yeah, and then it
No,
starts some
if it's
fights,
3,
right?
4 kids there in the house,
Yeah.
you know, I ain't gonna lie. My kid might have some steak and potatoes.
Yeah.
But I might bring all y'all a nice collage of something else that's y'all gonna enjoy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. No, I
What-
get it.
Like certain times when I go out with my son, we got a certain restaurant that we go out to where he absolutely must have this when we hang out. It's a tradition that we created. So he's gonna have that, but we're gonna bring y'all something else.
Yeah. So you seem like a family man.
I am, straight up.
Totally family oriented.
Gotta
Yeah.
be, man.
Yeah.
That's all I don't want to say that's all we have, because you can build relationships with friends and people that aren't blood related, and that can become and create thicker bonds than some blood related bonds.
For
So,
sure. Yeah.
You know, it's just
Yeah.
character building at this point, for sure.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. So you have a few children.
hmm
Their ages.
I would say this: my oldest child, she just finished her freshman year in college.
Oh my goodness.
Finished her freshman year in college. She's a sophomore in
Wow.
college, and my youngest is 11 months. And he's awesome.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, man. So
My
like I said,
goodness.
a circle of life, man. It just keeps going, man. And
Yeah,
if you're in
but
position to raise them and be there,
yeah,
that's what it's about.
absolutely. I feel the same. I mean, I have 2 grandbabies.
That's some more tea for
Yeah.
Trish, because I ain't never talked about
Oh,
and told my kids.
really? Okay, hold on a
show and all that.
second.
So
Hold on,
I'm
hold
gonna
on.
sip some tea.
Here you
for
go.
that.
Here
Yeah,
you
make
go.
a toast for that.
You can
man.
trust me with your kids. It's all
Toasting
good.
tea with Trish. You see that triple entendre right there? You know what I'm saying?
Well, thanks for spilling some exclusive tea here.
Of
I
course,
appreciate
man.
it. I'm all about kids. I have 5 of my own.
I do that just because. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, I have
I-
5 of my own. I mean, my oldest, like when you said you have, the older one and then 11 months, I was kind of in the same boat. I have a 26-year-old
Oh yeah, that's dope.
and 2
You
grandbabies.
see,
And then I have a little 6-year-old.
it just
You know?
inspires people, man, and it gives people hope, man. That if you're an artist and you don't know how to infuse your children in your lifestyle, I mean, be who your music allows you to be. Because me, I'm not gonna lie, it's a lifestyle for me for sure. I don't
Yeah.
just flip a switch and be like, all right,
Yeah,
the
it's-
artist M Dot is turned off right now. No, I'm
Right.
just
It's
the
part
family
of you.
man. No, yeah, straight up. My kids love it. They get to go online and see me with Taylor Swift and Beyonce and Jay-Z and Ice-T.
I've
You know what
seen,
I'm saying? And
yes. And
things
so,
like that. So
how was it meeting Taylor Swift?
you know what, Taylor Gang. Shout out to Taylor Gang, man. You know,
Because we know she's watching.
I wish. So, you know what? She's a Taylor like me, and it was just amazing, man. Shout out to Ice-T for already planting the seed the year before at the Grammys, and so when I got
Okay.
to see Taylor, she already knew who I was.
Really?
Yeah, gave me a hug, gave me the love, and locked in with her and her publicist.
Yeah.
Locked in with Ice Spice right there. And
Yeah.
Then got to go party with them at the Super Bowl party up in Vegas. It was lit, man. You know, shout
So
out
you're
to
living
Taylor.
the life.
I mean, I'm thankful for wherever God takes me and
Yeah.
whatever doors He allowed me to enter. Straight up,
Yeah, absolutely.
that's what it is for me.
Okay. So we know you have some kids. We know you're a family man.
Mhm.
We know that you served our country, right? Tell me about that. What made you decide to join the Navy?
All right, it was a collection of things, man. Without really incriminating myself or nothing like that. It was a scenario that was kind of going on amongst some close friends of mine that I love and I
Okay.
respect, and when just how can I put it? Some things come to an end, and when those things come to an end, and because I was at a point where I didn't see a future without certain people around me, you know what I'm saying? And
Got it.
I thought I was going to be in the NFL. I thought I was going to the league. I was one of the top athletes in the nation, in the country, and everything. And the other 2 people that I was counting on to go that journey and that route with me, you know what I'm saying? It just didn't manifest that way. And I wound up at a younger age than them happened to carry the burden of some additional responsibilities, and I had to be responsible for people's livelihood at a younger age, and I had to be a provider early. You know what I'm saying? So all of the free time that you would normally get to be able to enjoy still being a 4-year student in college, I didn't have that lax time. I had real people that was really needing food on their plates, you know what I'm saying, and just things of that nature that I had to be responsible for. So I joined the Navy so I can get an income, and I know I could go to college. They would take care of my college and my schooling, and I'll be able to at least send money home and be able to look out in some form. You know what I'm saying? And so it worked out completely for me. So shout out to Uncle Sam, you know what I'm saying? You know, because the money was never late.
Yeah.
A lot of times it was early and on time, but never late. Shout out to Uncle Sam for that, man. So that's why I did that.
You pushed some of your dreams aside.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I put them on hold for a minute because I was still, like I said, it's a lifestyle. And even though being in the military, I still am who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, we getting drunk with other Marines and they want to start rapping. They go get their best rappers. And the Navy homies that I have, they know I'm the hottest rapper on the ship. Not even one of the hottest rappers. I was the coldest rapper on the ship. So anytime we get the Marines that embark on our ship, because of the type of command I was on, it was an amphib, and we used to be responsible for unloading Marine gear, and we go around the world to do these different operations and teach other military's tactical elite teams tactical operational stuff. You know what I'm saying? And every now and again, there's some hot rappers in there, and they bring them to my lair, and it goes up straight up. And I never lost a battle. I always barred him down, and it was one Marine. I don't remember his name, but he was so cold. And every hot 16 or every bar said I gave, he gave, I gave, he gave, and it just kept going in. And we just had that mutual respect, and then it just got to the point my homies just like, you got to get out the Navy, go chase that dream, bro.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you getting real looks, and I'm winning rap battle leagues in the military. Then I get out the military, go to San Diego and win the San Diego Rap Battle League. And it was just around me. And I had the right company that was motivating me to chase that dream.
So can you say, obviously, the military probably helped you in so many ways in your life?
They gave me the security blanket to where I can comfortably chase my dreams, because I got that military foundation behind me where I get that bag from them every month for the rest of my life. My kids get blessed. They go to college. They get taken care of. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of stressors that a single father or a single mother would normally have to go through, or a household that's married with a union if they don't have that income like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do that. I'm going to say 80% of the things that I would normally have to take care of, the military is footing that bill for me and all my kids.
So what would you say to somebody watching right now that a young person debating on whether they should or should not join the military?
Do your research, do your homework. Anything that you're curious about as far as job specific, if it looks good to you online, look up and reach out to some people that are in the military that actually do that. You know what I'm saying? So they can give you some real jewels to let you know what it's like. Because the military are going to sell it to you that it looks cool. These Army commercials look fly as hell. They're showing the jets flying. They showing the people working in these combat information center spaces. They showing all these fly tactical operations, man. But they don't show you the man hours that it take to hurry up and wait. They don't tell you all of the time you're going to lose sleep. They don't tell you the hours you're going to be away from your families, the people you love. It's going to be several times where you're going to be in different parts of the world where you can't even communicate outside of that bubble to protect your location and where you are. You know what I'm saying? Secrecy and things like that, man. So again, man, like, everything that glitters ain't gold, but to have that underneath your belt, it comes with a different layer of respect. And every year we got our Veterans Day, and you go out all over the world, all over America rather, and you just meet different veterans and people that have been through the same thing you've been through, that people that look like you, people that don't look like you, and it's just a beautiful club to be a part of, man. And if you do it right, you'll be set up for the rest of your life, straight up.
So what made you? I'm just curious. You're so interesting, honestly.
Hey,
Like,
you mind
I'm
if I
so,
sip some tea
yeah,
to that?
no,
You know what I'm saying?
please,
So something
please.
interesting, man.
Yeah, no,
So,
you're so interesting.
shout out to Trish, man.
Um,
I'm layered like lasagna.
yeah,
still,
you
though.
are.
You know?
I'm just gonna think about lasagna when I.
You get you some lasagna. I'm telling you, man.
Okay, so Navy versus Marines or Army or Air Force. My grandfather was a CB, by the way.
Okay, yeah, a master builder. That's what he is.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Drop him off anywhere in the world, they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna build it.
Mm-hmm.
Get them the blueprints.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna build the foundation with electrical and energy and protection. Straight up.
Mm-hmm. My grandfather was no joke.
Shout out to the CBs,
No joke.
man.
So what made you choose Navy over all of these other?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked that. I wanted to be in the Air Force,
Okay.
and the day that I went up to the office to join the Air Force, or at least to sign up for the Air Force, the Air Force got it so made, man. They wasn't even open. They office probably open maybe like 2 hours out the day.
Yeah.
While all the rest of the military branches is in there, motherfucking 10, 12 hours. The Air Force, you got to catch them from 8 to 10.
They're in the air.
After that, they out of there.
Yeah.
'Cause they overmanned. You know what I'm saying? They the cream of the crop of the military as
Yeah.
far as receiving like the top barracks, the top foods, the top military billets, the top outlets, all that. They're all the cream of the crop. Shout out to the Air Force, man.
Yeah.
The,
Top
the
Gun.
chair force, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of sitting down going on over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Top Gun was a total advertisement for them.
You get what
right?
I'm saying? But everybody ain't gonna get to jump in that plane like that. Some of y'all gonna be greasing chains. Some of y'all are gonna be making schedules. Some of y'all gonna be plotting on flight patterns and you know what I'm saying, cleaning equipment, and just doing planning, doing logistics. But everybody's job is equally important.
Yeah.
You know
For
what I'm saying?
sure.
So,
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody.
Navy was your second choice.
Yeah. So again, the Air Force was closed, and
couldn't get in.
I knew damn well I wasn't joining the Army.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, see the Marines doors open and the Coast Guard is open and the Navy's door open. So the Air Force door was all the way at the end of the hallway. And I just remember when I came down this hallway, when I had looked in the Navy door, one of the recruiting chicks in there, she was so fine.
Oh God.
She was so fine, man. Oh my God, man. And I'm like,
so you just walked in that door.
The Air Force
and was
is
like,
closed.
Forget the Air Force. It's okay.
You got these two strong ass dudes in the the Army door, the Marines door. The Coast Guard uniform was whack. I'm like, hell no, I don't like his drip. that wasn't the word back then. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like his style back then, and I was just like, baby looks so good, man. Let me go in here and just talk to her and see what's going on.
Okay, so you talked to her and she enlisted you.
I talked to her and she wasn't even the one that gave me my test. She passed me off. She was the bait. You know what I'm saying? You get in and she swinging you off to one of the people that's really going to take you through the journey. You know?
So she handed you off to Joe.
Yeah, but I was like, yo, I got to stay in touch with her. So if I have questions, I need her to answer some things. And so we stayed in touch for a little bit, but I still don't know where she is now, you know. But all the way up till I got up to leave the Navy, they was in touch with your boy. After that, I've never seen these people again.
So we don't know where she is now.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. But she worked. She did her job, and she got me to join the Navy.
Yeah.
So that's why I joined.
And we know where you are, though. You are in Hollywood.
Man,
out of the Navy.
Shout out to her, man. And shout out to my recruiter. Last time I heard from him, he was a chief, Chief Smith. I know he probably a master chief now, retired.
Okay. So what year were you in the military? From what years?
I was in the Navy for 5 years, 3 months, 21 days, 7 hours, 16 minutes.
Man,
I joined
that's scary. You know exactly.
But I'm not gonna act like I just remembered that just off the muscle.
Yeah.
No. In the military, you know, like our email database, it's a lot of chain emails and stuff that goes around through military computers and stuff that other people wouldn't normally get. And one of the things that they sent us was like this countdown thing that was on an Excel spreadsheet where you just plug in the date and the time you joined the military and the date and the time you got out. So I put in the date and the time I joined and the date and the time I got out. And a lot of people who went and did like time in prison and stuff like that, how they remember their sentences.
Yeah.
That's my sentence right there. You know what I'm saying? or my commitment to my
Yeah.
country, time away from my family.
No,
You know
it's a
what I'm
very
saying? So-
honorable thing to do.
And so
Yeah,
I just
and
made
that-
sure I was going to remember that.
Yeah.
So 5 years,
Yeah.
3 months, 21 days, 7
Mhm.
hours, 16 minutes. September 1st, 2005 is the day I joined the military.
Okay.
December 21st, 2010 is the day that I got out of the military.
Okay.
So
And ever since then, you've been on the music. Am I right?
I've been on the music my whole life. Like I said, I grew up in church, man,
Mm-hmm.
choir. And
When did you start rapping? So you went from, you started singing, right? You started
Man,
writing
my
at
uncle-
an early age?
My uncle told me to write my first rap. I was maybe about like 6 years old.
Oh, my
and,
gosh.
And he was
How'd
he
that
was-
sound?
He was like, "Yo, I want you to write a rap for me." And at this time, I'm keeping in mind all the rap music that they used to listen to. You know what I'm saying? So they used to listen to Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Big. And he didn't give me no guidelines.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna tell mom. My uncle told me he want me to write a rap.
uh-huh.
I had so much cussing in this rap.
Oh, my, at 6 years old?
Yeah, he was like, yo, because I thought that was what was
Stop.
cool. And he
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
he sat me down like, look, please don't ever show your mama this.
Oh.
He like, yo,
Yeah.
don't ever show your mama this. I want you to try to do one without no
cussing.
cussing because you a kid. And if you got some good kiddie rap, then we can get you around all the kids to do your raps.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. And so,
Do you remember what it was about?
you know what? It was about how dope my uncles were. And I took time out to, because he was the one that told me to write the rap. And I completely remember that stuff too. It's
So-
like how dope my uncles were. How they had so many nice friends, how they were big and strong, and like I was, it
That
was
is
so
so
corny.
good.
Like if you read the
But-
stuff now, like,
So what was it like? My uncle's fucking dope. Like my uncle's fucking dope. Like where
No,
was
it
all the
just like
cussing coming
like
in?
my uncles kick your uncle's fucking ass and like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just a kid, just like. Yeah, like
And you were 6, and I'm sure you
I
were
was
like
just-
letting it all loose,
I
right?
was just rooting for him in the best
Oh my
way that I
God.
could and just bigging them up, man. Because again, the male figures that you see, that you grow up, you idolize, these are your heroes.
Yeah.
You don't have a fucking Batman or Spider-Man and these type of people, and these are fantasy characters.
Yeah,
But in
yeah.
real life, the people that embodied the spirit of a Batman or a
Yeah.
Spider-Man or
Yeah.
defending your uncle who passed away with Mary
Yeah.
Jane. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
just things like that. That's what it was for me. And so
Okay.
I took a little bit that I liked from all of my uncles and just try to
Mm-hmm.
make my own version of a burrito of myself. You know what I'm saying?
So they have, you like to compare to food, don't you?
I love to
You
eat.
like
Shout out to
lasagna,
everybody that loves
burritos.
to clean and cook food right. You know what I'm saying? For real.
So 6 years old,
Absolutely.
you wrote your first explicit lyric rap.
But my first rap that I would like to say the credit for it,
Mm-hmm.
I was in the 7th grade.
Okay, so 7th grade is really when you.
That's the realistic time frame. I
Okay.
was more in control of penmanship and my personality, and I understood who I was.
Yeah. And so you took it from there, and then when did you really start getting serious? And
I was serious then
Okay.
because like American Idol was cracking at the time. Like, it was jumping off the water, man. You know what I'm saying? Ruben Studdard, all
Yeah.
these guys. American Idol was just so dope, and it was this contest that they only wanted rappers and singers, and I'll never forget them, my cousins and them getting us ready for this competition, and we all had got like matching outfits and all that stuff, but it was
Yeah.
in Chicago. We was all about to have to drive to Chicago. And then my oldest cousin that was in the group who had the car and all that stuff went to jail. And so I was just I was so crushed, and I was like, I thought that was the moment that was about to change my life forever.
You're
And
like,
so-
why'd you go to jail?
I just made it a thing
Damn.
where I'm like, you know what?
Ruined everything.
I'm gonna, like, I'm the kind of person, if I dedicate myself to something, I'm gonna see it through.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna
yeah.
try my best to get as close to it as I can.
Yeah. Okay. So your cousin that went to jail, he's good now?
No, unfortunately, he passed away now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all, you know what? It's all good, man. Well, I don't want to say it's all good. It's all energy, and I use it as such.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
fuel.
So I know you enough to know you've been through a lot of hardship, and
Been
you're
a
still
couple things.
standing. You're still standing with a smile. Your energy is very positive,
Appreciate that.
and you can tell you have this like tenacity, right? You don't let anything hold you down. and you continue to push forward. Um, where do you get that from besides, like who do you credit for that?
My, shoot, I was going. Well, let me start from the top.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, I like to give the utmost credit to God for giving me a dope mother and father, dope grandparents, dope mentorship, sisters, brothers, uncles, cousins. I am a product of a village. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where my mom was sick coming up. My dad spent a lot of time in and out of jail, so we had to have people that we love, trust, and respected to oversee us. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
they did a tremendous job. I mean, nobody's perfect, man, but they did a great job just raising me, being there for me, man, and just encouraging me. So just all my leaders, mentors in my life,
Yeah.
this is for y'all, and I'm thankful for y'all, straight up.
Yeah. Okay. So all of these things bring you here to this point in your life, right? All of these mentors, all of the hardships, all of your life experience, serving in the military. Now you're here and music is your main. Okay. What do you have coming up that we should know about? Tell me about the projects you have going on now.
Well, I'm a filmmaker too.
Oh, just something else to add to the.
Well, when I finished medical school in San Diego, I came up to LA.
Wait, what did you say?
I went to school for respiratory therapy, and I did clinicals and all that stuff
make
in the
me
hospital.
tired.
And
Okay.
I didn't enjoy being around the sickness all the time, because especially losing my mother the way that she did, I watched her deteriorate, kind of, you know what I'm saying? And my father passed away the same month as my mom, and so it was just so much death around me, and I wanted to change the narrative. And I really went to medical school so I could care for others that needed certain treatment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As life happens, because life is gonna life, and I wound up after I graduated and finished my clinicals and stuff. We wound up coming to LA for some Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and I was supposed to make a left on Gower and Sunset to get on to the to go to the freeway, but they were doing construction at the time, so I made a right. And I wound up coming across the LA Film School, and we drove down a little bit further, and I saw the LA Recording School. I was in a group at the time. It was me and one other guy, and my producer was with me at the time too. And so when I saw that school, I'm like, hold on, I know the military paid for me to go to school. Let me at least go in and talk to them and see if this is an adequate school where military will provide support. I went in, and they were like, yeah, man, y'all are some of our favorite students. The money comes in from y'all.
Yeah.
No question. And I'm like, look, they like the film school is our sister school. So it's our brother and sister school. The LA Film School, the LA Recording School. And I'm like, look, bro, I'm going to go to a film school. You go to recording school. I learn how to do all our visual stuff. You learn how to do all our studio stuff. And he dropped out after a month. I graduated from film school, and then I enrolled into recording school. That's where I wound up meeting Ice-T and everybody at. And then everything just kind of happened from there for me.
You just get more interesting by like the second. So
I just think you just got to keep working,
film
man.
school. You know what?
Working, man.
I agree with that 100%.
Shoot,
Like, we should never stop learning. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. I just feel like if you want to go learn something, go learn it.
Absolutely.
If you want to change careers, change careers. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? You want to try something new, just try it.
But my advice to anybody that's watching this, because that can get a little tricky, it's like watching certain films. You ever seen a film where it start off extremely slow, but once you get in it, it's cracking. It's so much energy, so much detail that you enjoy. It's so much graphic things that's going on, and so much information that you understand that you can really apply to continue to level up your craft. I just recommend that you put your 10,000 hours in before you really decide to walk away from something, especially if you're close to a midway point. Put the 10,000 in, because you'll find yourself being a jack of all trades and a master of none. I have several trades that I'm a jack at, but I'm a master of several things that I've put in over 10,000 hours on. I put in 10,000 on R&B. Put in 10,000 hours on my hip hop. I put in 10,000 hours of engineering. I put in over 10,000 hours of being in the military. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I put in over 10,000 hours medical school,
Yeah. Yeah.
over 10,000 hours in film school. You know, it's just recording school. It's just, like I said, you just got to keep going, man.
Yeah.
And I got that from Dr. Dre. He wouldn't even let me walk in his damn trophy room when I was at his house. How you giving us a tour of the house when we can't look at the damn trophy room? He like, no, man, come on, man. You want to make some trophies, right? Then come on, let's go this way. I'm like, all right, cool.
You're
Straight
like,
up.
what? Excuse me.
My wife put that room together. I ain't tripping on that, man. Come on, let's go.
She's like, she won't even let
You
me
can't
in.
make trophies. You can't get trophies getting in here, going in here just staring at that. Let's go to the studio. I'm
You're like,
all
there's
right.
something else in there.
And it was.
There was.
But I didn't find out what was in
Dun,
there
dun, dun.
until maybe my third or fourth visit. He got a secret wall behind there, and it's like a nice bar in there behind this trophy room. And it's a nice.
Wait, are you playing?
No, hell no, I'm not playing.
Okay,
this Dr.
so this
Dre.
is tea. This is tea.
I mean, but again, I don't
Yes.
want to give out too many jewels, man. Shout out to Dr. Dre, man. Shout out to Henry for taking me to Dr. Dre's.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because again, man, like it was an incredible experience, man. Like I'm over there just looking in the wall, and he just move a wall, and it's a damn piano in there behind the wall, and it's an exclusive ass bar in there, man, with all the top liquors.
Yeah.
Like-
So, okay. So how is it you walking in to Dre's house? Like, how is that feeling? Describe that feeling for me.
All right, so where we gonna start from? You want to start from the ride to Dre's
Yes,
house, or
yes.
just
I
in
mean,
Dre crib? Like how you want to do it?
No, I want you to describe
let you pick.
when you start getting excited about going to meet or going.
Well, shit, I got excited the night before when I realized I was going
Okay.
the next day.
Okay,
I
so
had
you
my
couldn't
outfit
sleep.
laid out. No, I'm messing
Okay,
with you.
so you didn't sleep. All right,
Nah.
let's just say that.
I did for sure because I knew what my manager at the time had expected. You know what I'm saying? And he was somebody I held in high regard, so I didn't want to let him down, and I didn't want to be out of all of the stories that I had saw online because I was looking at research and just seeing people's. I typed in studio with Dr. Dre for the first time, and I'm listening to different people's experiences. You know what I'm saying? In the studio with Dre, some people being unprepared.
Yeah.
Some people being overly prepared, some people being themselves, and I'm like, you know what? That's
And getting kicked
that's
out.
the lane that just being themselves, and they get the best response.
Yeah,
Like, I'm like,
okay.
that's the lane that I wanted to go
Yeah.
in. And so, like I said, like man, just when you rap and you sing, and when you don't know what you do better than which, it's like I'm an artist. So I just want to stand on that.
Yeah.
Man. I get ready to go meet Dr. Dre for the first time, and this is not at his house. This is when we're going to his studio,
Okay.
Record One. We going over there, and the closer we get, just because he gave me the address, and
Yeah.
I'm telling him
Wait,
where
so
to go. My manager gave me the
the manager
address.
gave you. Okay. So I'm
And
like,
so
wait, Dre's
I got it on
texting
my
me?
GPS, so I'm telling
Okay.
him where to go.
Okay.
Even though he done been there 100 times. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Him and Drake go back to
Okay.
the Ice-T days. So that's how I was able to meet him.
Got
so,
it.
man, we going over there. I'm like, yo, man, we 3 minutes away. He's like, oh, I know where we at from here. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm still looking at the GPS. I'm like, shit, I don't know where we at. We get there, buzz the door, and he's like, who you here for?
Who you here for?
We here for Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
What's your name? I'm Hen G. I got M. Taylor with me. He buzzed us in. And I want to say like maybe 7-8 months prior, Dr. Dre's team who runs that Record One studio, maybe about a team of 7-8 people, they had came and did a panel at the LA Film School. And so even though I had graduated already, like as an alumni, you get certain emails of certain things that you get to attend exclusively from being part of that circle. And so I had went to that. I remember going to that event where I got to sit down. It's called Behind the Music. And then I just get to sit down and listen to them. And we got to meet all of them, shake hands, told them what I do. And I'm like, y'all going to see me again? And the only reason I say that is because one of the main guys I asked, I was like, is it a way that I could book studio time in there? He was like, hell no, that's not how it works. You can't book studio time at Dr. Dre's studio.
At least you asked.
Yeah. He's like, that's not how it works. I was like, well, can I get your email to maybe like stay in touch to see if I could possibly come over there sometime? And he said, no, man, just stay on the path, man. And if it's meant for you, you'll be there.
Yeah.
So I kind of like took that shit to heart. And I'm like, damn, man, like, how the fuck am I supposed to be there? Y'all right here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We supposed to link with y'all so we can get there. And I just kept going. And then when we went in that studio, all of them were right there, like at the front of that motherfucker,
Yeah.
man. It was a nice big compound, but out of the 8 people that came to the school, 6 of them was right there. And they looked at me, and the main dude that I had that conversation with me
Wow.
looked at me like he saw a fucking ghost. And he was like,
Like,
hey,
how'd you
man, I know you from somewhere. I was like, you know me from the LA Film School. I was like, I told you that
Wow.
I would see you again. And he was like, hey, man, well, you made it, man. You welcome. And he was just trying to be extra sweet. But again, shout out to him, and shout out to Dre's staff. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But I'll never forget that moment, man.
Yeah.
He was there.
Wow.
His ass was
so
there.
your hard work showed in that moment, right?
And got us in, and they walked us down the hallway. And at this point, I had been in LA for like, shit, 8 years. I'm seeing everybody except for Dr. motherfucking J. You know what I'm saying? And walk in, and right when we walk in the common area, they watching a football game. It's Dr. Dre, it's the engineer named Fred Reck, and it's about like several other people. Dre see us walk in, and he say, I'm about to take this meeting. I guess it's a code word for all of them. Everybody ran off.
Yeah.
Only people was in the room was Dre, the engineer Fred Reck, my manager at the time, and me.
Yeah.
And it was just a blessing, man.
And so you sat with Dre face to face
Yep.
and talked with. Oh, there's some tea. What? Hold on. I feel like there's some tea happening here without me even knowing. Okay. So how was that? What did you guys talk about?
Music. And I thought that it was kind of odd and awkward that he knew of me, knew my music, and he was just. It was
like
it
you're
was
like
crazy.
still in disbelief.
No, man,
What's
because
going
I
on?
want to find the right part to really thread the needle on to really bring it in
Yeah.
to where it really started at, or what he said, and it was just mainly like he said. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of times when people submit music to me, I have them change 90 to 95% of the things. Maybe like something about it, but majority of the time I have them take it from scratch and we rebuild it. But this spoke to me, and it's only 1 or 2 things I want you to change.
Yeah. Well, hallelujah.
And I won't be specific about exactly what it is that we were talking about as far as which music and who's it for and what it was for, but this moment happened.
Yeah.
And I was just
Wow.
completely grateful. And then he just hit me with the, you want to meet Marshall? I'm like, I'm from Detroit. So I was like,
what?
I'm like, Marshall
What you
who?
mean?
He looked at me like,
Oh my God.
come on, man.
Stop.
I got Eminem in there. And he in the studio right now working on this album. And the album that he was working on was, something about a killer. Damn, the album before this last one, straight up. And Young and May was on it. Anderson .Paak. It was just one of them moments, and I'm like, oh hell yeah. I'm like, hell yeah. Would love to meet Eminem. Blah blah blah. He was like, come on y'all, let's go in the studio. And because we was in the lobby area where they chill area with the TVs and shit on the wall, where there's another little bar over the other side of there. And he was like, let's go in the studio. And I was like, can I use the bathroom first, please?
He's like, nope.
And he was like, yeah, it's right there. Boom.
Yeah.
And so he was like, but when you come in, go around this way over here, and the studio door, go through them 2 doors, and we're going to be in the studio. I'm like, all right, cool. Go in the bathroom, they got these nice exotic ass towels, moist towelettes. Let me get 2 of these, baby.
Somebody
you know
handing you the towels?
No, it's in the bathroom. It's just a nice big ass white machine that just got the moist towels in it with the clear glass. You just open it up, take one of the towels out, and just throw it. I'm like, oh yeah, this shit is right here. This is nice. I need one of these at the crib. You know what I'm saying? And I just went to the bathroom. I didn't have to use the bathroom then. I'm like, let me knock these jitters off.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre just asked me to come in the studio. I'm like, I gotta get ready. Like I just wanted to make sure I didn't have to shit on myself or anything. You know,
Okay.
just to be
Okay.
ready. Splash some
TMI.
water on my face. You know, I just want to be
Yeah.
ready. Butterflies,
Okay.
man. That's
yeah.
just really
so,
what it was.
so
Like,
you shake it off.
and I'm like, I'm ready. I look it in the mirror. Let's go, baby. This is the moment we've been waiting on. I open the fucking door from the bathroom.
Oh,
my bad.
my whole set. Just kidding.
My bad.
No, you're such a great storyteller. Okay.
Eminem walks past the bathroom
Stop.
door.
Did he leave? Did you
No,
catch
man,
him?
No, so look, it was so quick. Eminem walk and I step out. I'm like, what up, though? He stopped and turned around. He's like, what up, though? What you know about that? I was like, what up, though, M? I'm M. Taylor. I'm an Ice-T's artist from Detroit.
Uh-huh.
He said, holy fucking shit. I fucking love Ice-T. And he gave me a hug.
Oh, my
He gave me a
God.
hug. And he grabbed my arms. Well, if you're in here with Dre, you're in the right fucking spot. We know I'm going to hear your art. No, I'm going to hear your music.
Uh-huh.
Stay on your grind. I wanted to ask for a picture so bad, but again, sometimes you're in an interpersonal moment where you would look like a rookie.
Yeah.
And you would look like a Mark, a Buster.
Okay.
If you ask for a picture in certain moments, because again, I felt confident.
Yeah.
I'm in here with Dr. Dre. I'm gonna
Yeah.
see Eminem
Yeah.
10-15 more times.
Yeah.
That's just how I felt. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna ask for a picture, even though I know he would have gave it to me because of the respect that he has for Ice.
Yeah. No,
But that's for me. That's a moment that's
Yeah.
for me, and I know that
And you'll
if
be back.
Eminem ever see this clip,
He watches.
he'll verify that right there for sure. Like, yeah.
Okay, so did you ever get a picture? Have you seen him again? Have you gotten to get that picture?
I saw him a couple of times, but it wasn't.
Still didn't ask for a
It wasn't interpersonally.
Okay,
It was at the Dr. Dre getting his star. You know what I'm saying? Snoop getting his star. The 50 Cent getting his star.
Okay, so next time you're gonna be in the room, take me with you. I'll get you that
Man,
picture.
You know what? It would just. I'm gonna get it when the time is right, because
Yeah.
I feel like God don't just want me to have a picture with certain people.
No, I
might have the opportunity of recording a record and getting a visual with him. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
instead
for
of it
sure.
just being a cliche moment,
Look.
just something for some clicks and some likes, man.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I feel like you are going to conquer whatever you set out to do.
Can
I
we
feel
toast
like,
to that?
Yeah, for sure.
So-
Like you just got that energy going on. You know you're gonna make it happen.
Tea with Trish, man.
Yes,
she's
tea
the
with
truth,
Trish.
man.
Yeah, yes. So
the
yeah,
truth.
I mean, I feel like you know it's gonna happen, and you're just like, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. It's happening. You're
All right,
putting in the
so
work.
Let me tell you why. Another reason. And I've been kind of living like this before I met this person, but it's this artist that I was doing a lot of music and a lot of recording with. His name Fetty DeMarco. And he just had this weird ass ability to just not just speak things in existence, but he would speak it into existence, and it would be like damn near exact 100%
Yeah.
type shit,
Yeah.
man. Like we would do certain songs when we first was coming up, and we not balling at the time. We ain't got the money, and we don't have this, we don't have that. And he talked about it to the T. And he manifested these things several times, man. And I just watched him do it on so many occasions. So I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? You got to speak power.
Absolutely.
Words got power, and you got to speak life into it. And you got to
words-
see it before you even get it.
Yeah.
And so when you get the financial blessing, you know what you want to do with it. So you're not just blowing your blessing and going overboard. So you know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Our words are so powerful.
Absolutely.
And I've always believed that. And just recently, I'm like, you know what? Watch what you say. Talking to myself, like, don't say that. I come back and I rephrase what I was gonna say because those are all powerful words. And so, instead of saying I'm tired, like, I'm not gonna say I'm tired. I'm not gonna say certain things because, it's heard by
The universe.
Yeah.
And that's just on a lower level. Think about it for a lot of these artists that are doing extreme things like dissing the dead, dissing dead people, and going to visit their grave sites and rapping songs, dissing them.
Yeah.
Like, that karma is real.
Yeah. Karma in general is real.
It's real. But that specific karma is real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Other karma will humble you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some karmas that'll sit you down for a minute, whether it's through a cold or maybe through a mild injury. You know what I'm saying? But some karmas is
Our lessons.
life taking karma. You know what I'm saying? Like you can go past the line and the point of no return with karma. And karma, she's gonna get hers every time. So shout out to karma.
Karma, don't
Wherever
watch.
you at, karma? You know what I'm saying? I got love for you, karma. You know
Karma's always watching.
So I always got you in
That's
mind.
for sure. Yeah. So be good to people.
Absolutely.
Right? Always do right by people.
Treat people how you want to be treated. I know people say that a lot, and people be on bullshit. You know, not everybody treat people how they want to be treated, but.
I think, for some people it's just hard. Like, I feel like, the most miserable people obviously are the ones who are messing with people the most. So you find that happiness in yourself and you're treating the world differently, right? If you're unhappy, how can you exude like happy? How can you?
If you're truly happy, how can you come out of that bubble?
Yeah.
To join misery. It's not real. Happiness, the feeling of extreme happiness and the feeling of extreme misery is North Pole, South Pole. It's two different parts of the spectrum. And there's two different feelings, man. And one feeling feels extremely good, and the other one feels extremely bad.
Yeah.
And I know I don't like to feel like one of those feelings.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all decipher which one.
No, we don't want. We know which one we want. Yeah. So, honestly, I feel like going back to like words, right? You only speak positively. Like that's something that I've gotten from you. Even like the few times that I've met you, you're so positive. You're speaking your destiny into existence.
But
that's
again,
what's going on.
If I have a power of an energy like that where I'm choosing to be positive, don't get it misconstrued with the ability to check negativity. We front that shit and we look it dead in the eye.
Yeah.
And we let it know it don't belong and it's not welcome in our lives. And however we have to deal with that, we deal with it, but we don't broadcast it. We don't talk about it.
Do you feel like being as positive as you are and as upbeat as you are and your energy being as good as it is, do you feel like you tend to attract people that need that positivity, that aren't in like the best place?
I don't want to say I tend to attract people like that, but the people in my life that need that, I attract. You get what I'm saying? Because I attract good vibes. I don't attract negative energy. I'm not the person where I'm in a club or even at 37 years of age, I don't have a bunch of stories of a bunch of people trying to test me and take my shit and rob me or chastise me. You know what I mean? Yeah. They size up the situation, but more than me striking fear in a lot of these niggas' lives or people's lives, they look at me like I'm a good dude. You know what I'm saying? And and it's a fine line between being a good dude and a sucker. But they know that side of the good dude where I'm stepping at, man. We can make a phone call and it'll be another situation for you. So
I understand.
Subtext, y'all. I'm not the dude that's gonna be online like, oh yeah, man, we beat these people up on this date at this time and hit them this many times and did we don't do all that shit. That's goofy. We grown. I got, like I said, my kids look at me, and I got little cousins and different people that I have to be a mentor and a role model for. So
okay. So we've learned so much about you.
You know what? This is the tip of the iceberg again.
Yeah,
too.
No,
so
I can imagine.
You get the questions ready.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
You know what I'm saying? Get the questions ready for the next interview.
Yeah, I can imagine, because if this is just the beginning, you got so much more to give. I can't. Oh, believe me, I'm gonna have some questions next time, and they're gonna be crazy ones. So you better be ready to sip some tea and spill some tea, and do all of that, because I'm not gonna play next time.
Next time I come and sit down with you, then I'm going to tell you exactly how I got to meet Ice-T and all that exclusive stuff.
Oh, no, you can tell me now.
Oh, she wanted it now, too. Look.
Yeah, no, we're not going to wait till next time. Let's talk about Ice-T right now.
All right, man. Shout out to the big homie, man. Nothing but love and respect for Ice-T, man.
Next
Fellow
time.
veteran, just like myself, man.
Is Ice-T a veteran?
Yes, he is.
Okay, I didn't.
He's an Army vet, though. I'm a Navy vet.
Okay, I should have known that, but I didn't. Okay.
So,
fellow veteran.
Ice don't talk about it like that neither. It's
Ice something maybe that has should be talked about.
1,000 interviews out online, and he probably got like 3 or 4 or 5 times that he talked about this.
Yeah.
For real.
So it's tea. It's not talked about a lot. I wonder why. Do people just not ask that, or do you guys not want to offer that information up?
Ice-T, you got to look at it from Ice's perspective, man. He's really token and ordained as the first official gangster rapper from the fucking West Coast.
Well, there's nothing more gangster than
No,
being
but
in the military.
that's still different.
Yeah,
It's
I get it.
happen to go make your bones in some form or some facet with the military, and it's some people that's really homegrown that really went through that grind that didn't have the opportunity to go to military to make them bones, and they made it through the streets and the trenches like that. You know, those people sometimes have something to say.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, a lot of those guys ain't marketable.
Yeah.
Like how Ice was. You know what I'm saying? He a yellow nigga in the fucking 80s where they running over yellow niggas if you ain't a part of the certain crews like Ice-T, like my big homie Crush. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these guys that's part of these cultures in these communities. We're not gonna say what communities they're part of, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, a lot of yellow fair-skinned niggas was getting walked over and stepped on if you wasn't a part of the killer circle. And Ice was able to make his bones with the military and still get out and still have his respect from the streets, because he still was out in the streets grinding, putting in work, hitting licks. The military didn't get this nigga $1 million when he got out, so he was financially free and good. They didn't give him the monthly bag that they was giving me every month, so Ice had to do what he had to do.
Yeah. So you meet Ice-T for how did that happen?
All right, again,
First time,
so
how'd that happen?
That's another Hen G moment. Shout out to Hen G.
Oh yeah.
I was I had one of my classmates at the LA Film School, Christina. She was staring at me. She just would not stop staring at me. This particular, and I didn't even know her at this time. And I had just graduated from the film schools, and I had just signed up to the recording school. So just like my first class for the recording school. And I go to school fly, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause we in Hollywood, you never know who you're gonna see. Have my chains on and shit, you know. And this girl, she's staring at me, rubbing her chin and everything. And it's not a sexy, I'm interested in you stare.
Yeah.
It's more of a,
Yeah.
I think this might work type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm trying to see what it is. So again, they give us a break at class. Everybody leaves class, except me. I'm sitting there because I'm trying to catch up on some music related things, because I got a studio session in Atlantic Records after school. And she walks up on me like, "Are you an artist?" I'm like, "Absolutely." And she like, "You know who Ice-T is?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I know who Ice-T is." She was like, "You ever meet him?" I'm like, "No." She was like, "You want to?" I'm like, "Of course." She was like, "Well, Ice-T's right-hand guy his name is Hen G. His brother is Ice-T's DJ Evil E." And I'm like, "I know who Evil E is." And she called Hen on the phone, and the conversation about 30 seconds. He like, "Yo, send me 3 songs, man. Send me your top 3 songs, man. If I don't hear back from you, if you don't hear back from me, that don't mean I ain't get the songs, man." You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "Damn."
Like, okay.
So he sent the info. I sent 3 songs, and maybe about like 10, 15 minutes later, I get a phone call.
That
like,
quick. Huh?
"Yo, are you able to meet today? Blah, 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 blah." Linked in with them, and he was kind of like prepping me, getting me ready to actually meet Ice, just to make sure I had what it took and all of that stuff. And so I was just building with him for a minute, and then when Ice finally came in town, he took me backstage to go meet Ice. I started freestyling, then he pointed at me like, "Rap." I started freestyling.
Yeah.
And I still got it filmed and everything. And he was like, "Yo, man, welcome to Final Level Music."
What?
And he was just rocking with me ever since, man. So shout out to Ice-T and shout out to Hen G.
Wow. So you have some songs together, right?
I got a couple records with Ice. A couple of them is out. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
there's a couple in the archive that I don't know what's the status of those coming out and all of that. But yeah, we definitely got some records.
Okay. So what's next for you?
I have an album coming out with DJ Drama. I am M. Taylor. This is my very first project that I ever put out. It's near and dear to me because I've been able to collaborate with some idols of mine. I've been able to, Rick Ross, Jim Jones. I love Young Dolph. Rest in peace, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love you, bro. Mozzie. Love Mozzie. Mr. Fab, the Bay Area legend. Shout out to Cuzzy Capone from All Money In. Gucci Mane, Fat Joe. I don't want to ruin
Man,
everything.
the
I,
list just
like,
keeps going.
and DJ Drama, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love you, DJ Drama. Like, straight up, man. Like, his cultural impact on my upbringing was major. Young Jeezy, when he dropped his Gangsta Grill, Trappadon mixtape, and all that shit, man. That CD melted in a lot of people tape decks because people wouldn't taking the CD out, and it would just be stuck in the CD players a lot of times.
Like, what's a CD?
And for me to have my very first project be a Gangsta Grill with DJ Drama, man, it's a 360 moment for me, and it's a historic moment for my city and for the culture. And I can honestly say now that I'm contributing to the hip hop culture with this project.
Nice. And so when is this project?
I don't have a release
supposed
date
to
on it yet.
Oh,
Just because we tightening it up, man. You know, I got another single coming off from that from the Gangsta Grill. I dropped one single off of the tape already.
Okay.
I got another single that's getting ready to drop off of there, and then we're gonna drop a mini movie from the Gangsta Grill because I told you I'm a filmmaker.
Yes.
So
yeah, I know you do everything.
I try to come through like that, man. You know, I can't go to film school and have a degree in film and
You got to use it.
utilize the art of visual storytelling. So, you know, I'm passionate about.
Yeah. I mean, even just the way you tell a story, I'm like, the suspense. Like you just have that, you know, naturally, probably, or you learned it in school. I don't know, but you have it, you know, so you tell a story and you have people like, okay, you know, what's next?
It's just the little beats, man.
No, it's a talent. It's truly a talent to be able to tell a story and have people actually want to hear the rest of the story.
I appreciate
you know,
that,
like my attention span is, and no, and I wait. You know, I'm like, where's this going? Yeah, so it's definitely a gift.
No, I appreciate that. For sure.
Okay, so music wise, you don't know when it's dropping yet.
No, but it's coming out this year, man. You know, like I said, man. I got some other things that I'm working on too.
Okay,
man,
you're smiling too big. What's the other thing?
I mean, because I don't want to ruin it, man.
Oh, you're auntie with Trish.
Man, look, all right then.
Okay, give me something.
Man.
Oh, wait. Okay,
because the main thing is I don't want to just rush the tape out. I was about to hit your glass and drop. I'm gonna drop some tea with you.
Okay, all right. Come on.
So look, without being too specific, man.
All right.
I got a record that I'm about to do with Neo. You know what I'm saying? I love Neo.
I know he's watching.
Another icon. I love Neo.
Subscribe, Neo.
And the way it worked out for me. Shout out to 6 John. I sent the record to 6 John, who's Neo's best friend. They both from Nevada, you know what I'm saying? And 6 John used to write for Shaq and, you know, Shaq's platinum album. Just different things that he was a part of. Like, and all of Neo's success, 6 John has been there. You know what I'm saying? Send him a record. Oh, hell yeah, this hard. Bam, blah, blah, blah. Neo gonna do blam, blah, 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 blah. Like, cause again, I don't want to be too specific, man, because of the formation of the record. But when we close the camera, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
and then I'll come back and tell you just.
Right, but it's for you, and you'll understand.
Okay,
you know
I'll understand. Okay, so got it.
Just,
and then the next time you're on Tea with Trish, we're gonna talk.
I'm just gonna say shout out to Neo and shout out to LL Cool
Yeah,
J.
you. Oh,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Stop it.
Uncle Todd.
Well, you can't keep a secret. You're bad.
I mean, I didn't be specific.
Oh, I love it. I can't keep a secret either.
I just gave a shout out to LL. Yeah, and a shout out to Neo. Shout out to you.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
Shout out to you.
Okay. I love it. Because you're a tea spiller. Oh my God. No, I love it.
I'm only spilling tea because
he's only spilling just a little bit,
Tea
which
time
is
with
good.
Trish.
Yes, which is amazing because it keeps the audience wanting more. So when you come back, you're going to spill it all. Am I right? You promise, your pinky promise.
I will say that I'll have more to talk about.
Okay. Yeah, we can say it later. It just sounds better like that.
Because we got a lot of living to do. And it's a lot of opportunities. I got invited to the official ESPYs afterwards party.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, man. Look, you know what I'm saying? For real. No, I will email you. Look, we're going to talk when we get off the camera.
We got invited. Tea with Trish got invited.
We outside, man. We are outside. And for the show, they'll let y'all in there, man. Media all day. No, for real.
Yeah.
I get y'all the info.
Okay.
Get y'all RSVP on. But yeah, man, we outside, man.
He's like, not guaranteeing you'll get in.
Shout out to Affinity Nightlife, man. You know, they've been keeping me good, man. Like BET Week and BET Weekend.
Yeah,
lit,
so
man.
that just happened, and that's like nonstop. I mean, that even gets me tired. And
I'm cracking from Monday to Monday. Like
My
again, from
gosh.
Monday to Monday. Right now, I'm still working. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you ain't working here.
I mean, but
Yeah,
it don't feel like
I
work.
get it. Yeah,
It
yeah.
don't feel like work.
No, it's a like rigorous like
It's
schedule.
a lifestyle.
BET. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're immersed in that. That's not my,
It's not work
you
for
know.
me, man. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
I enjoy being outside. When
Okay.
with the calling, I don't go outside just to be outside. Like when I say outside, I mean just like to go to events and be in a club.
Yeah,
like
you
all the
enjoy
shit
that.
me and my homies used to do when we was young. Hey, let's put our money together, man. Get a table.
Right.
And
But now there's a purpose behind it,
exactly,
you know.
man. I'd
So
rather be on a flyer. Or I'd rather be on a list where we ain't got to wait in a line. Got the credentials for us.
right, right.
There's levels to
Yeah,
it.
and it's work. I mean, it's still work when you're out there at an event. I mean, you gotta, you're not out there just to have fun.
But it feel good when the line wrapped around the building and they see your black ass walk to the front. Who is this nigga, man? You know what I'm saying? You walk to the front of the line, cut in front of us. Nah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're
They
like,
see
you
you
should
with all
know.
that ice on, and I normally got the glasses on with all the ice in it, but I wanted y'all to see my face today. I
Yeah.
wanted to look y'all in the eye. I
Yeah.
didn't want to hide behind no shades today.
Yeah.
As we sip tea with Trish.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for that.
Come on, Queen, straight up. And if you look at all my other interviews, I got glasses on.
Do you really? Okay, so I feel special because I was about to put some glasses on today with you. If you were coming with your glasses, I was going to put some on.
And we would have been stunning shades. All right, so we're gonna put our stunning shades
Next
on
time.
next interview. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Mom.
Next time.
Stunning shades our next interview.
Yeah,
Y'all know
because
what's
we're
up.
going to be spilling tea. We don't want people to know exactly who we
Straight
are.
up, man. You know, I can't get all the juice.
Okay, so you're dropping this project. It's about to come out.
Absolutely.
I'm sure it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be amazing because I'm sure anything you do is just going to skyrocket, right?
Everything's just getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
I'm just thankful, man. As long
Yeah.
as I can continue to get one more fan or one more listen than the last thing I dropped, that's progress for me.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So, any shows? Do you
I got a
have
show
coming up?
tomorrow at the Toyota Center. Shout out to my brother Fatel. I love you, brother. You've been one of the most solid stand-up individuals of all time since I've been out here on the West Coast. He's a Mexican artist that doesn't do only traditional Mexican culture music. He moves around. He does pop music. He does rap music. He does R&B, and he still stays true to himself. He's a excellent person. I love this guy as a brother, as a friend. He's a tremendous father. He's a tremendous role model. And the people with this type of energy are the people that I like to surround myself with.
Well, we're going to have to
Shout out to Fatel, man.
Okay,
It's his show at the Toyota Center.
Okay, so
And we got a new record that just came out 2 days ago called Mamba Forever. Rest in
Okay.
peace, Kobe.
Okay.
And he featured me on the record, and he like, yo, come perform with me at the Toyota Center, man. So
Okay.
who would want to perform there?
Okay, so Fatal is his name,
Fatel.
and he needs to get over here in the seat. pretty
I'm
soon.
absolutely gonna link him up with you because he has his own radio and podcast,
Yeah.
all that shit. It's
Yeah.
fly. Y'all gotta
Yeah,
connect.
okay,
man.
because
Y'all
after
gotta
that
connect.
whole,
Y'all gotta
thing,
connect.
I'm like, now
And
we
if
got to
y'all
meet
want to
him.
come, if y'all might be busy, it might be too last minute for tomorrow. But if y'all like, I could put y'all on the VIP list and y'all come out and see us rock.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm just saying.
So, all right. So all of these shows, any shows after the one tomorrow? Tell me. In the next month.
I got some things coming up, man.
Tell me.
Look, I can't
Oh my God,
drop
he's-
all the tea yet just because, again, certain engagements. All right, so I got to go to Chicago
have
for
your
some stuff, man. I got to go to Virginia for some stuff.
Okay.
It's just, there's certain things that
All right.
I've been privy to be a part of that I can't necessarily spill the beans on
Okay.
yet. And
Spill the tea. Yes.
So
Okay.
that's really what that is.
Okay.
I would
get it.
tell y'all.
Yes.
that
No, I
and
get
give
it.
y'all some juice.
So, all
some
right. So you
tea.
got a lot of things coming up.
Absolutely.
And where can people watch and find the tea? Where can they find you? Where are they going to get all of this info? Where are they going to know what projects you have coming up?
Whatever your favorite social media is, I have a profile there. You know what I'm saying? Different profiles. I mean, different social medias. I'm not as active as I am on others,
I
but
heard you don't have a TikTok.
I do have a TikTok.
Oh, you do have a
But like I
TikTok.
said, that's just like I was saying. I'm not as active as I
Okay.
am.
It's
on
hard to be
Not-
on all these social medias.
It's a different personality when it comes to TikTok and content and
Mm-hmm.
people who are actually considered TikTokers. You don't have to be a TikToker to use TikTok. Like people really
Yeah.
dive into all the different cuts and edits and the trends of different things. But you can still upload your content and inform people on things that you got going on in cool, informal ways.
Okay, so you are on TikTok.
I am
Where
on
can
TikTok.
they find you on TikTok?
M. Taylor everywhere. Google me M. Taylor, and my whole knowledge panel will pop up where if there's a slight spelling change or anything, if you go to Google, type M. Taylor, it's gonna pull up my whole identity card. So my YouTube channel, my Spotify, Tidal, anywhere you listen to music at, M. Taylor. That's M-D-O-T Taylor. My name is Mario Taylor. I got my artist name from being in the military.
That was one of my questions.
At the command that I was at, in the military, in general, they call you by your last name. My last name is Taylor. And at the command that I was at, we had about 5 or 6 different people with the same last name as me, and we just happened to be like the same pay grade.
Okay.
So when we used to send our uniforms out, they send our uniforms back, and they would kind of mix up our uniforms, and then get somebody else's uniform, it just feel funny and it smell different. I don't like wearing nobody else's shit. I want to wear mine. You know what I'm saying? And so I got tired of them mixing up our uniforms, so I went to the uniform shop and I put M. Taylor, and we had like a uniform inspection on our uniforms, and my chief noticed what I had put on there, and he like, oh, we got somebody standing out. We got a not Seaman Taylor, we got an M. Taylor now. And so everybody just started calling me M. Instead of me just making up a name. It just was organic and natural, and I just rolled with it.
And it stuck. Yeah.
So, straight up. Okay. That's why I said it's a lifestyle for real. You know what I'm saying?
No, you definitely, it is your being. It is your lifestyle.
Facts.
And that's why you are just going to excel at it, because what else is there to do, right?
Hey, shout out to the bartenders for this lovely tea.
Tea with Trish.
For the tea. Look,
tea with Trish, you get some special tea. So
tea,
you want to be in this seat. You'll get some special tea.
Man.
All right. So we've talked about all your things coming up, and some tea you've spilled, some you can't spill. We know where to find you on social media.
No. Some tea I can't spill on camera. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait.
Any questions you got for me, you can get the answers.
Okay,
you know
I'm going to get them all.
We just can't drop it all on the camera.
I'm sorry. Next time. And so just Google M. Taylor.
Google M. Taylor, man, and you're going to find several write-ups from some of your favorite major publications, from LA Weekly, LA Times, Billboard Magazine, international publications, Billboard Argentina, Billboard Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Billboard Dubai. Shout out to Billboard Spain. Like it's several.
Shout out to all the billboards.
Yeah, just different publications, man. Like I said, man, and I love how they all have, even if some of them have similar questions, the way that they ask them, and my answers are always kind of different. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody asks me, you got 10 people that ask me the same question, they're still liable to get the same answer, but maybe some different energy and chemistry.
Right. Depends on the day, right? In a good mood or a bad mood.
So check me out, man, for sure.
Yes, definitely check him out. M. Taylor. Google him.
Google me, Spotify, wherever you at, wherever you spending your time. I might be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Except dating sites. I'm everywhere except dating sites. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a second. We were gonna end this, but hold on. You're not on dating sites? Dating sites, why?
Hell no. Because it's not for me.
Are you married?
No, I'm not married, but I'm not on dating sites neither.
Okay, because we were going to close the show out, and then you said you're not on dating sites. So I was like, hold on. Okay, so you're not married. Are you single?
Nope.
Okay, well, sorry, ladies.
Hey.
We're going to close this show out now. There ain't no hope for you.
That's why I'm not on dating sites. You know what I'm saying? So.
All right. Well, I just appreciate you so much for coming, and you definitely, the interview was amazing. You are so interesting.
Yeah, man,
I mean,
real,
honestly.
Man. Don't be lying to me. As soon as I get up out of here, I'm like, I'm glad he's gone,
like,
man.
Can you get him out?
He was so shallow. He wasn't talking about nothing up in there. No,
I was about to fall asleep on this guy. No, honestly.
No,
really
but for real, thanks for having me, man, for real.
Yeah, my pleasure. And so you guys go ahead, Google M. He's going to have so many things coming up, and I can't wait to get the tea.
I talk back, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can talk. hit me up, man.
There you
know
go.
what
But
I'm
don't
saying?
be stalker about it.
Hit me
Okay.
up. We talking, man. I'm here for it, man, for real. And I'm swatting shit away, and we welcome
We've
your
had-
shit in too. You know what
We've
I'm
had
saying?
extra guests during this whole like
but
show today.
Hopefully, I'm not
Yes.
swatting your shit away. Hopefully, we welcoming your shit in. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all, and shout out to you,
Oh my
Queen
God.
Trish, for real, man.
Thank you so much.
The
I
energy is
appreciate
dope
you.
here, man, for real.
All right, guys. So we will see you next time on the next episode of Tea with Trish. Catch M. Taylor on the next episode, Mondays at 6:00. Don't forget to subscribe.
Oh, what's that? Is that RTM Inc.?
It is. Where?
Shout out to RTM Inc. Shout out to Trish. Shout out to the sound team. Shout out to the special juice team. Shout out to Ice T. Shout out to my big brother Crash. And shout out to everybody that's involved. The viewers, the listeners, man. God bless y'all.
So happy. Where do we get? We gotta like all have that energy. All right, guys. Till next time. Tea with Trish. Go subscribe.
Peace.